In this video, we will explain absolutely everything you need to know to travel to French Canada, covering the most charming cultural triangle in North America, the vibrant metropolis of Montreal, the historic and walled Quebec City, and the bucolic and natural region of Charlevoix. This is the definitive and most detailed guide you will find with all the logistics of how to get between these cities, where to see whales in the St. Lawrence River, the cheese and wine gastronomic route, and tips to save money on this trip that feels like going to Europe without crossing the ocean. So let us get started. French Canada, located in the province of Quebec, is a place of unique identity. It is where the official language is French, the architecture resembles old France, and food is taken very seriously. Montreal is the cosmopolitan and bilingual sister, Quebec City is the romantic historic heart, and Charlevoix is the nature and luxury retreat where the mountains meet the sea. It is a trip of unforgettable visual contrasts and flavors. Now let us move on to logistics and planning. What is the best time to visit French Canada? This region lives the four seasons intensely. The best time by far is summer from June to September. The days are long with sun until 9 at night, and the cities are full of music and art festivals. Autumn from September to October is spectacularly beautiful with the famous fall colors turning the roads red and orange, perfect for the Charlevoix route. Winter from December to March is magical, but brutally cold with lots of snow. It is the time of the Winter Carnival in Quebec and skiing at Le Massif in Charlevoix. Spring is the thaw season and sugar shacks to eat maple syrup on snow. And how many days to stay? To do the complete itinerary visiting Montreal, Quebec City, and the Charlevoix region, the bare minimum we recommend is 8 to 9 days. The ideal to take it easy and enjoy the gastronomy is 10 to 12 days. We recommend splitting it like this: 4 days in Montreal, 3 days in Quebec City, and 2 or 3 days relaxing in Charlevoix. Now let us talk about transportation and logistics between cities. To arrive, the main airport is Montreal-Wayul, which receives more international flights. To get around between cities, you have 2 main options. Train VIA Rail connects Montreal and Quebec City very comfortably. The trip takes about 3 hours and costs starting from $35. Renting a car is essential if you want to visit Charlevoix and do the scenic route. The logistics work like this. From Montreal to Quebec City, it is about 3 hours by car on Highway 40 or 20. From Quebec City to Charlevoix, Bay, St. Paul, you take Road 138, which takes about an hour. The highlight is the Route de Fleuve Road 362 between Bay St. Paul and La Malbaie, considered one of the most beautiful roads in Canada bordering the river. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy on this route is to split accommodation into 3 bases. In Montreal, stay in downtown for practicality, or in Old Montreal for charm. In Quebec City, the complete experience is staying inside the walls in the upper town, or in the cool Saint Roch neighborhood. In Charlevoix, the best base is the small town of Bay St. Paul, which is full of art galleries and restaurants, or in La Malbaie, where large historic hotels like Manoir Richelieu are located. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. Staying in this marked area, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the video description the link to this map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and free cancellation. And remembering that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as international eSIM, cell phone chip, to have unlimited internet discounted travel insurance tickets. For all the attractions we mentioned, good and cheap hotels, we have already stayed at the car rental comparator, which is essential for the Charlevoix route, and the global account to carry Canadian dollars, paying much lower fees. Save this page in your favorites. Now let us get to the main detailed regions and attractions. The first region is Montreal, the vibrant metropolis. Attraction number 1 is the Notre Dame Basilica with its Aura light show. Attraction number 2 is Mount Royal the Park, in the middle of the city with a panoramic view. Explore Old Montreal with its cobblestone streets and the Old Port. If it is winter, the attraction is the Underground City with its 20 miles of tunnels. Do not miss visiting St. Joseph's Oratory and the Biodome at the Olympic Park. The second region is Quebec City, the historic jewel. It is the only walled city north of Mexico. Attraction number 3 is Chateau Frontenac, the hotel that looks like a castle. Walk along Dufferin Terrace and take the funicular down to the Petit Champlain district, which looks like a movie set. Visit the Citadel of Quebec and the fortifications. 15 minutes from the center, visit Montmorency Falls, which are higher than Niagara, and the island of Orleans to taste local wines and chocolates. The third region is Charlevoix, the root of nature and flavor. This region was formed by a meteor crash and has a unique geography of mountains and sea. Attraction number 4 is the town of Bay St. Paul, famous for having the highest number of art galleries per capita in Canada, and being the birthplace of Cirque du Soleil. Attraction number 5 is the Flavor Trail Route des Saveurs, where you visit farms that produce award-winning cheeses like Laiterie Charlevoix, pâté producers, and microbreweries. Attraction number 6 is the Haute Gorge de la Rivière Malbaie National Park, where you take a boat tour through impressive fjords. And attraction number 7 is the whale watching tour in Tadoussac, or Baie Sainte-Catherine, at the end of the Charlevoix route. It is one of the best places in the world to see humpback whales, fin whales, and belugas. The boat tour costs about $85. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. On the spot, it is always more expensive, and the most famous sites like the Aura Show in Montreal and whaleboats in Charlevoix sell out in summer. We will leave in the QR code on the screen and in the description the link to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for Quebec attractions and cruises on the St. Lawrence River. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in dollars, saving on international fees. Let us go shopping. Montreal is the fashion capital of Canada. St. Catherine Street has all the big brands. The Simon Store is a mandatory stop for stylish clothes and good prices. In Quebec City and Charlevoix, the focus is local. Crafts, wool clothes, moccasins, and gastronomic products. Buy maple syrup and maple butter at farms. To take home, it is much cheaper than at the airport. Speaking of gastronomy, food in Quebec is rich and comforting. You have to eat poutine in every city to compare. In Montreal, try smoked meat at Schwartz S and bagels. In Quebec City, try the tourtière meat pie. In Charlevoix, the stars are local cheeses, lamb, and duck products. The region is famous for high-end rural gastronomy. For real restaurant suggestions, to save money, go to the local fast food chain, Chez Ashton, for poutine. For mid-price, Lou Saint Pub in Bay St. Paul serves craft beers and delicious pub food. For luxury, the restaurant at Le Manoir Richelieu Hotel in La Malbaie offers river views and refined dishes with regional ingredients costing about $100 per person. And what to do at night? Montreal has a busy nightlife on Crescent Street and Boulevard Saint Laurent. Quebec City is quieter with bars on Grande Allée and pubs on Saint-Jean Street. In Charlevoix, the night is for relaxing by a fire or trying your luck at the Charlevoix Casino. And with kids, this route is fantastic. In Montreal, there is La Ronde Park. In Quebec, the aquarium and fortifications. In Charlevoix, seeing whales is unforgettable, and visiting animal farms is very fun. Mandatory documentation for international tourists. To enter Canada, you need to be aware of the current rules. If you are a U.S. citizen, you just need your passport. For other nationalities, check if you need a visa or an electronic travel authorization called ETA, which is cheap, costs $7 Canadian and comes out in minutes. Always check the updated rules with the consulate before boarding, as diplomatic rules can change. And remembering travel insurance. Medical costs in Canada are extremely high, and an emergency can cost thousands of dollars. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there is the comparator we use, which always finds insurance for half the price. And to combine your trip, French Canada combines perfectly with a visit to Ottawa, the country's capital, which is just a 2-hour train ride from Montreal. If you have more time, you can cross to the province of Ontario to see Toronto and Niagara Falls, but be prepared for a 5 to 6 hour train ride. If you liked this complete and deep guide, like the video and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much, and have a safe trip.